Hi, we're Jen and Chris Corsi, and yesterday we talked to you a little bit about the storm that we're in and how it tends to affect our relational brain, and it makes us slip out of relational mode. And we gave you some tips and tricks about how to repair with those around you when that happens. And today we want to talk to you about one of the 4 elements that can help us get back to relational mode when we fall out. So, Chris, we're going to talk about quieting. Tell us about quieting.
You know what? The quieting skill is on-demand release of serotonin. So serotonin is what helps us feel peaceful, kind of anchored so that we can calm and quiet our mind, quiet our body. And you know what? During this crazy time that our world is in right now, there's a lot more anxiety, right? And so what happens is a lot of us are turning to pseudo-quieting right now to try to calm down. So we're on our phones more. We're turning to things that just artificially let us rest. And you know what? That's not good because it's not relational. So one of the first things you can do to help quiet yourself is to breathe. When you take deep breaths, what deep breathing does is it activates the parasympathetic branch of your nervous system, which is the brakes, right? This branch is like pressing the brakes in your car. And that helps you to shift out of the other branch, which is the accelerator, where you're speeding and you're just going. So breathing is really one of the easiest things you can do, but there's a little more that you can do. Jen, what else should they do?
Well, if you've watched our videos previously, we've talked about quieting before. You may have tried some different things to see what works well for you. What might work for you? It could be a hot cup of tea, it could be a bath, it could be snuggling a little dog, puppy or a kitty, it could be your favorite quiet spot. All of those things can help when we fall out of relational mode. Quiet is one of the key elements to getting back to relational mode. Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. You may have discovered what works for you, or you might have to experiment and see what works for you. It could be taking a jog and then reading a book, or sitting before the fire, or sitting out in the sun if you have sunshine. Any of those things could just be a way of quieting in addition to that deep breathing.
Yeah, just find out what works for you. We know what quieting is not, so that means watching TV really doesn't count. Initially, we learn this skill because we are with people who know how to do it. So if this is a skill that's really hard for you, it might help to practice with someone. If you have someone in your house that's really good at it. And if you don't have anyone with you that can do this skill, then you know what? Invite some friends to give you examples. How do they quiet? How do they rest? What kinds of things do they do? Maybe it is that hot bath. Maybe it is that soothing, calming music. Whatever it is, find what works. But the goal is to feel peaceful, calm, and restored.
So hopefully quiet today will be one of the elements that you're able to use to find your way back to relational mode. And in fact, utilizing quiet throughout our day can help us not fall out of relational mode as often if we use it proactively as well.
Yeah, pay attention to your body. Your body is always telling a story. So if I want to see how well I'm doing or when I need to rest, I'll just scan my body. Oh, I'm not breathing very deeply. Oh, my shoulders are tense. This would be a good time. So a little practice goes a long way. Enjoy.